Turning now to Capitol Hill, Friday is the deadline for Congress to pass an overall government spending plan. A late-night Senate vote to advance a $9 billion cut to previously approved federal funds for foreign aid and public broadcasting. Vice President J.D. Vance broke the tie after 3 Republicans voted against the bill. Let's bring in congressional reporter Taurean Small. Taurean, talk about the decision to keep funding PEPFAR, and could there be other amendments to the rescissions package before Friday?
Yeah, well, Vlad, this week we saw OMB Director Russell Vought talking to Senate Republicans ahead of this vote, saying that any concerns that they have, any holdouts have, the White House is looking to assuage, which is why we saw the decision from the White House to pull back their rescissions cut to that crucial program. This is a George W. Bush era program that would provide resources and relief around the globe targeting AIDS. This was an issue that was brought up by Senator Susan Collins of Maine. Even though she was one of 3 Republicans to ultimately defect on the procedural votes, the idea behind looking to make this concession could mean that she would be more willing to support this bill when it comes to a final vote. There's also discussions around cuts to public broadcasting. Previously, the senator from South Dakota, Mike Rounds, said that he was hesitant about supporting this because of the potential implications for public broadcasting for tribal radio stations. He said ultimately, after a conversation with the White House, he feels confident to support it. Still, there are people like Lisa Murkowski of Alaska who says that she is still concerned about any cuts to public broadcasting. So we're seeing right now that they're still looking to ease this over as we approach what's known as vote-a-rama. It's about 10 hours worth of debate and introduction of different amendments. If those amendments change this bill significantly, it would have to go back to the House, where the House Speaker would have to then get his conference to vote with that very slim majority to get this to the president's desk, Vlad.
Let's turn to the other side of Congress. A House vote was stopped yesterday on several cryptocurrency bills after failing to gain enough GOP support. But then a call from President Trump reversed that course. So tell us about those bills.
Yeah, it was largely members of the House Freedom Caucus who ultimately tanked that vote. The president said in a True Social post that he met with 11 of 12 congresspeople who were on the fence. And their biggest beef with this large legislative package that addresses cryptocurrency and things relative to this is with the Genius Acts, the establishment of a stable coin from the central bank. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a staunch Trump supporter and member of the House Freedom Caucus, came out and said that this was antithetical. The introduction of the stablecoin through the central bank is antithetical to what President Donald Trump ran on, and she and many of her members of the Freedom Caucus, the most further right flank of the Republican Party, are just uncomfortable with it. It appears, based on the president's words, that they may have smoothed that over, but we'll see once that does come to a final vote.
All right, Taurean Small for us. Thank you.